Hi Scott, I'm going to give you a tour of where I live. And by where I live I mean like just our kind of land. It's not going to be very exciting. So yeah, sorry about that, but this is where I live. It's kind of never really been a farm. That's the first thing about it. It's called a farm. I think maybe when like in the first sort of half century it was here, it was probably a farm. There's like stables and chicken sheds, so there obviously was something here, but there hasn't been anything for quite a while. And the people who we moved in about 16 years ago, the people who lived here before us had been here for quite a while. They had just like dogs everywhere. So this is the swings. I hope you can see that. Yeah, you can. Okay, so this is the swings. Sorry about the glare, and that is field number 1. We have 2 fields, as I said, field number 1, and then at the end you can see the woods, which I'll show you in a bit. The front of our land. This actually we don't really own. We get the drive we own, but the actual kind of woody bits we don't own. They're owned by the lady of the manor. See, this is like a really traditional English village. So we have a lady of the manor who owns most of the land around here. And then there's like a big family who live in another manor, but they're not important. They just own lots of stuff. So yeah, we're gonna walk through here. Walking. This is our back garden. It looks like nothing very much at the moment, because it's not really. We have our bird table, but there are no birds there at the moment. Yeah, this is we're now walking down the path. We have a footpath running through our land, which is both cool and kind of sucky. It basically means you can't sit in the garden without being spied on by random people. But it's also cool because it means I can just go for a walk. This is my mum's vegetable patch. I know it doesn't look anything like a vegetable patch right now, because as I say, she's been working for 2 years and she hasn't had the time really to do it. This is the stables, which we've personally never used as a stables. So this is the greenhouse, one of the greenhouses. I'm meant to be clearing this one out, which I have done slightly. Let me show you. This is what it looks like now. We call this the bank. It's when it's not like covered in loads of like stalks and stuff. We have apple trees and pear trees and cherry trees and plum trees. Is that it? Yeah, that's it. Look, you can see our house from here. That's our house. This is the tree house. I used to sit up there and read books. I finished Lord of the Rings up there when I was 10. So yeah, the weird thing about this place is because it's been here for like since the 19th century. We're always digging up stuff from like forever ago. So I dug up this bedstead. If you can see that, look, there's a bedstead. I don't know what there's a bedstead doing here, considering this is nowhere near the house, or any house, but yeah, well, there we go. I also dug up bikes and various pots, and a toilet seat. That was fun. So yeah, and there's always like socks, there's a sock there. I don't quite know why there are socks everywhere. I was always kind of worried I was going to dig up a body, but there we go. I haven't dug up a body yet. Give it time. Yeah, my mum once dug up an unexploded like bombshell. It was a tiny little one, but yeah, it's inactive and it's in our shed, so I hope it's inactive. So where I'm standing now is in front of the kennels, as you can see there. So, this is called the kennels because the people who lived here before us used to keep dogs for other people. and I used to keep them in the cages in here. We don't use it as kennels anymore, we use it as kind of a storage place. But now I would take you to see the chicken sheds. The chicken sheds, they used to be chicken sheds, but they kind of, well, one of them is falling down. So basically the chicken sheds have asbestos in the roof, and asbestos means that you can't just knock them down and get someone to take away the wood, because asbestos is poisonous. So you have to get someone to come and do it properly and all stuff, and it costs a lot of money to do that, so we kind of can't afford to do that. So instead of knocking them down, we're kind of waiting for them to fall down, like so. And it's pretty much fallen down. This one, we're kind of just waiting for it to fall down. This one's like pretty much like being reclaimed by nature. There's trees like growing in it and stuff. You can see in here, this is what it used to look like all the way through. It's pretty horrible. I mean, can you imagine like the conditions and stuff that these chickens lived in? It's pretty horrible. So yeah, we don't use them. We're currently stood on the footpath. See, all the way, and you can see the stables there. And then after the stables, there's the house with the chimney on. This is the footpath, runs right through our property, and past the chicken sheds and all the way down there, which I'll show you in a second. So yeah, this is the bottom field, as we call it, the original name. We own this field, so I'm going to take you down here and take you into the woods. I think I just saw a squirrel, or was it a rabbit? I can't even see what it was, nothing. Okay, so this is the woods. Around here we have lots of clay, and we have lots of chalk, and so they mine the clay. And so there's loads of these giant holes all over the place around in our village. So we're going for a nice little walk. Let's speed this up. But this is the end of our property. I like living here. It's kind of cool. Even if it is in the middle of nowhere and it is really difficult to kind of get anywhere when you can't drive. But I don't know, I miss it when I'm in London. So it's kind of cool in that way that you can just sort of escape from real life sometimes, which you kind of need. So yeah, that's the end of my tour. So that was the tour of our land. I hope you enjoyed it. I'm sorry I've been a kind of naff buddy. Yeah, it's just been really busy the last few weeks with this and that, and just really kind of sucked. And I'm just really awkward and I never know what to say. But I enjoyed having you as a buddy, and I wish we talked more because you're cool and I enjoy the conversations that we did have. And I'm glad I got to know you a little bit, even if it was only a little bit. So yeah, thanks for being my buddy, and yeah, I hope we talk more in the future because it's been cool. Yeah, that I have enjoyed being a buddy. So yeah, there we go. That is my piece. That is all I know what to say. I don't know how to end this now, so I will end it talking in a weird voice and zooming in on my mouth. Bye bye. I hope you can see me. The sun's really bright. And I've just noticed the lenses are really disgusting. Hang on a second. Did that help? Do you feel cleaner? I'm sure you do, dirty minx.